I
Da, da,
have
da, da.
Robert Murray in the
Hell
house.
yeah.
How's it going?
It's good.
You were on 2 weeks ago because you, of course, are a champ, the two-time champ, I believe. In that,
Whole nother
when you
tier.
guys were all talking, you were saying
Yeah.
that eventually you'll just need a podcast for two-time
Yeah.
champs because
I
it's getting too
I think
crowded.
so. I mean, eventually, because we're all gonna do this until we all die.
Yeah.
I mean, once I guess what do we like? Once one of us dies, do we just stop? Like, is that the end of it?
Or do you
We can't like after a death, you can't replace that person.
Do you think this is a great question? Do you think that a good way to mourn someone is to wait to have their cremate the body and wait to have the funeral until you draft? Like just draft at their funeral for their funeral? Maybe
goes to
you
11 man league.
Yeah, you just hope that you die around that time, and then
we could just auto draft
that
their
person
team.
gets auto drafted. They will do better than I did this year.
Yeah. Oh, and then I don't know if you were in the discussion, but we think there needs to be a bigger consequence to getting dead last in the league 2 years in a row.
Oh, and
it's been talked about by others. I don't know if you were involved in the conversation, but I've heard words come out. What was the adjective? I think tattoo was the adjective for double loser.
So that I would be down for it, but is it that you have to get the league name tattooed on, or we're talking about a
well, you're in unmarked territory. We don't have a consequence for double losers. So.
Yeah, no one's ever done it. I'm looking pretty good for it this year. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
Has anyone repeated back to back?
Hold on, I'm gonna have people interrupting me.
Oh, who do we got here?
Ethan, you want to come as a guest? You want to know?
Can you throw up some gang signs?
Yeah. What do you want to know, Ethan?
What's the square root of the hypotenuse?
Yeah, super. Just a line. We're going over the letter L currently.
Oh.
Wants to know lowercase L.
Yeah, just drops off. You just lose the foot. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ooh, little spelling stuff. Wait, what grade is he in?
Dude, it's incredible how much they have to know. He's in first grade.
Wow.
I
don't feel like I knew how to make an L until the 6th grade. I might still not know how to do it.
Yeah, go get a cuppy. Okay, bring it here and bring me milk. I love being a parent sometimes. It's so enjoyable.
Yeah.
Oh, so no, Ethan has to do, he's gonna work. Let me read the email. I'm just mind blown by.
You got an email?
Yeah, dude, I get emails from our teachers all the time. It's fluency evaluation week. The children, dude, I don't even know if I can read it fast enough. It's part of their 100 book club. Your child should be able to read at 66 words per minute or higher by the end of first grade.
Wow.
I don't think I can read 66 words in a minute, to be honest.
That is, I know I can't type 66 words in a minute. So, that's not bad.
You want to say hi?
Oh, hello.
Eli, what did you do today? Pooped in the potty. Yeah, everyone's really excited for you. Everyone's clapping. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, now we can call what I do every week just pulling an Ethan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eli.
Oh, I'm sorry, Eli.
It's okay. You could call him and then you could get both at the same time.
That's funny.
Just pulling an one of them had probably done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ethan's got to be reading 66 words per minute by the end of first grade. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know how he's gonna do it.
Yeah, well, he'll do it. He's
Oh yeah,
gonna be
no, it's
smart.
crazy. The the amount they can intake is pretty cool. Like
Yeah,
they just soak it up.
yeah,
But yeah.
it's amazing. Well, very cool. It's fun to hear about parenthood. Like a lot of times these are all just focused on fantasy football and whatnot, and I always love getting a little insight into everyone's life too, because that's always fun. We don't see each other enough.
Bitch, I don't owe you any money. No, I do owe I do owe Chris money.
You won last week.
Yeah, this is do or die time for my team, man.
Sure is. And I think that you were the
I need
underdog.
some. Yeah, I think I need some key wins and losses to make things happen as well.
Yeah, you're sitting at are you 8-6 now? No, you're 7-6.
7-6.
7-6.
The big deal is Dan didn't lose last week. That was the big deal. Dan won.
Yeah.
Because if Rizzo had won, I would have been the 6th seat. But he lost.
Mm-hmm. And so this now, puts you at 7.
So now it comes down. Let's see. I think this is where a whole bunch of people move around. Let's go standings.
This week is going to be the one. Yeah. I might get 6th.
So okay, so we get you might get 6th. The math, yeah.
The math.
So we got what 1, 2, 3, 4 teams at 8 and 5.
Yeah.
If
7 and 6.
If I get to 8 and 5, I need 2 of those teams to not win.
And for you to win, you're on a streak.
Yeah, I need to win. My points are looking good. My points for the 8 and 5 teams, I'm outscoring the bottom 2. So as long as one of those bottom 2, Dan or Nick, I need Dan or Nick to lose.
Yeah. So if Cookie
or John lose or best
nothing. Right.
Yeah. Wait, what's the schedule?
Sorry, not Cookie, John. Yeah. John's 11 Benevolent Elephants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
if John loses, it means nothing.
Right. Unless you outscore him by like 100 points.
100 points, yeah.
Right. Yeah. How close is that? That's crazy. And I guess, where is
so who's playing each other? I'm playing Frederick, which again, as long as I win, Frederick's score doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nick and Rizzo are playing each other.
Yep.
That one matters to me.
Yeah.
John and Crowley are playing each other. That one kind of matters to me.
It's really just you 3 teams that can do anything.
Dan and Chris play each other, and that's the matchup that for me I need to be.
Right.
Go Chris.
Because who does Scudamore play?
Scuds plays Crowley.
Yeah. So that's another one.
That could matter. Yeah, if Rizzo,
because you need Scudamore to lose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I need Dan or Nick to lose.
Yeah, it's close. You're in that precipice area, and looking at last week, I lost to the 2nd highest points. I was the 5th highest points on the week.
Oh yeah.
And that has been my season. I had a lot of games at like 80 points, but 121 should win. It did not.
Yeah, it's crazy that your points scored against is 1,680 versus 1,361.
I think
that's the highest one.
Yeah.
By trying to see the next highest.
It's
Rizzo's got the closest, and then I'm a close 3rd. But yeah, it's 1572 versus that's 100 points.
It's 108 points.
Yeah.
And so it's a little rough, but the only solace that I have is there's only 2 people that have scored more points than, and they're 11th and 12th. So or 10th and 11th. So really, even if I had a few good wins in there, I probably would be 9th or 10th instead of 12th.
Your team looks better than Frederick's though.
I'm saying
according
in
to
the
the numbers.
playoffs, in
According
the
to the
playoffs, I
numbers.
think that I do not lose the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
I mean, as long as you don't lose the first week, you're fine. Just win the
Uh,
first week.
I
You
think
can't
I can still lose the
because you have to
toilet
play so
bowl
many
if
rounds.
I lose
Win.
the second
No, you
week and the
okay.
third week. Because
Oh,
first week
if you
would
lose
get
out.
me up to playing for technically it would be the 9-10 spot, but then you lose that and you go back to 11-12 spot.
Oof. And
And
then you
then
lose that, and then you're in the bowl again.
yes.
Makes
So
sense. I mean, you would know the best out of anyone currently.
there is only
So
one game that really matters.
I don't have that much experience in that
You really
that bottom
don't.
bowl section.
You really
so.
do not. What do you think is the lowest that you've ever gotten?
Oh, dude, that's a good one. I think 8th. The
You
year
think
after
8th is the lowest that you've ever gotten?
I think the year after I won it, I got pretty bad. You got your numbers, man. You probably know better than I do.
I know. I'm looking it up right now, but I mean, like that would be amazing if the lowest that you've ever gotten.
Maybe it could have been 10th. I know that was the yeah. I went from being first to like being worried about being last.
Wow. I mean,
It would have been.
that's amazing. I actually have it right here. And so let's see here. Legacy.
I mean, maybe I just put myself at a higher standard. I just expect excellence.
I mean, you
in blackout all other.
You are in metrics overall, like one of the highest scores, one of the your top half of all time for sure. We know that just from 2 championships. But your let's see here, where are you? Okay. Your average regular finish is 6 and your average final finish is 5th. And so you are probably right. Like you probably are in that. I'm just going to look through really quick because I can see where you end if I just do this. So, in looking, I'm just going to share this real quick because why would I just bogart all of this? Boop. We'll do this share. So now you can see both us and it. And so 2 years ago, so 2020, you were 10 wins. Where's my finish? Regular finish was 2nd, ended up 3rd. 11th. No, that's Luke. For you was a 7th in 2019. You were
Taylor Jacket
5th and 5th in 2018. 2017, you ended up. Where are you now? Pretty cute. Ended up 3rd overall, 5th and then 3rd. 2016, you. Where am I here? You got last in regular season. Is this right?
Buddy.
And then 9th is where you landed. That.
I won out. I remember that year.
Yeah, 9th and 9th. So you've gotten 9th a couple of times. Your worst so far, 2014 was 10th. 2013, pretty good year. First and first.
That's a pretty good one. Yep.
Yeah. So very, very good. You are an all-star player. And then your second, 2018, you got first as well. Pretty good. So, oh yes. Nailed that L. And now in looking at, Why do we have tears?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, no.
Don't
Okay.
quite know.
Well,
He's upset about something about this. I'm not sure. Something to do with his brother. Ethan did something. Not
yeah,
sure what it
but
is.
we will never know.
I don't know. Oh, look at the inside. This is nice. This is nice. That's
Wow.
just,
The coloring is on point.
there you go. Oh, we got some markers. Got some markers. Are you gonna do these? You want to do the buttons?
Mm.
You're not gonna do it? Do you want a different piece of paper? Oh, you wanted a laptop like he has? Okay, I get what you're saying.
Mm. Mm. Can you wave, bud? Oh, man. Well, I'm going to take this opportunity to do our
Commercial break.
commercial break, which is brought to you by what is the only thing that's getting me through. It is Bag O' Wine. Need wine, 5 bottles at a time. Bag O' Wine. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really bad.
You go get mama. Yeah, go get her.
Oh, that is not worth anything.
Okay, then don't get her.
A bag of wine.
Bag of wine.
Find it
Huh?
everywhere that sells wine. Oh,
All right, I think we're back.
slap the bag. Okay, I
Goes
drank
ahead.
bag wine. Hi. So the big performances last week were Devontae Adams and the sun god himself, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who was the big guy in your team?
I don't think I had anyone like
I
that
mean,
stood out.
Metcalf did a great job.
Oh yeah, Metcalf. Metcalf's great.
26 points.
Mine was picking up this night guy.
Oh, did you pay like $35 for him?
Yeah, but I haven't spent any money all year.
Right.
So
And it ended up being worth every penny.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I have poopy running backs currently.
Not anymore. He seems pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, whatever, off the practice squad to gain 20 touches or whatever he's getting.
Heck yeah. Speaking of, I'm looking at the game right now. I haven't been watching like any of it. We're recording this. It's almost 8:00 right now. And I heard that there's a rumor that Baker Mayfield might play tonight if he's not already. He has been with the Los Angeles Rams for a total of 4 hours.
I did not. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know that Baker got. I heard rumors about it, but prior.
Yeah, he got
but
picked up off of the practice squad today because their quarterbacks were hurt.
Really
crazy.
So when did he get traded?
Today. Well, he was practice squad, so you don't have to trade. You can sign him.
Oh,
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the downside to having a guy go down to practice squad is he can sign a contract with any team.
Like thanks, but no thanks. There was something about his payout too. I was reading an article about how he gets. It's somebody doesn't have to pay. I don't remember. It was above my head. I read a little bit about it because both the Browns quarterbacks were in that same scenario where they didn't play enough snaps to like meet their initial
like a
trade
minimum
agreement
quota.
Yeah,
rough. But yeah, congratulations to Josh Crawley, who put up 152 points on me. Luckily, only 2 people did the side bet, and I was one of them. And I bet on my opponent, Josh Crawley.
Weird. Betting against yourself.
I won a whole $5 because everyone has their best game against me. It was Chris though that put up 153 3 points on the week. I think the one that came out of nowhere, for me at least, Luke put up 135. He killed it. Brown did a good job. Lockett has been really good for a little bit, but like last week treated him pretty darn well. And so I'm happy for him. He's one of the guys on the lower end of the tier with me. So it's always nice to see them put up good points. I guess that really helped you as well, because that was he was playing Cookie, and that takes Cookie out of
takes Cookie out. I definitely need that.
Yeah.
So you want buttons down there? We're building a laptop for Eli right now.
Oh,
this is
that's
his laptop
what it is.
currently.
It's a laptop.
Yep. It's a paper laptop. He wants to be like daddy. And Ethan has a paper laptop as well. So we're in the middle of constructing one.
That's pretty
and
fun.
He's not letting me podcast.
Well,
but I think mommy is on the rescue.
Nice.
Yeah, can you get these kids out of here? Okay. I'm locking door. Oh, he's trying to make a laptop, a paper laptop.
Yes, he is. I would say succeeding.
Okay, close the door. Love you, bye. Door is locked. All right, let's go.
That's pretty good. Well, let's dive into this upcoming week, shall we?
Yeah, we shall.
And just
Death
like
to Frederick is the name of the week.
Why don't you tell me how you are going to pound Frederick into the dirt?
Well, I think that the Buffalo Bills are the key to my success. And if Josh Allen can connect to Stephon Diggs, and
he has so many
times before, it's all but over for him.
And
so,
I think the Jets are playing their hearts out because they have to.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'm hoping also it's a high scoring game.
Well, that's what I'm thinking is I think there will be a lot of points scored in it.
Yeah, you just don't want, what you don't want in that scenario is one of them to get up by a lot and then it just turn into like a run and ground and pound, because that does not help my team at all.
Yeah, so we'll see. And
hopefully
I think this is a big week for seeing if the Jets are actually as good as we think that they are, because like they almost beat our Vikings last week. Like they were a play away from it. If a guy catches the ball in the end zone, they win. And we don't really have a defense right now. So if they can do stuff against Buffalo's defense, I think that they're a real contender in the playoffs too.
Yeah, no, I mean the Jets are an interesting team. Didn't see that coming.
No, and Kittle has come back and done some.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I would like to be able to say he can do that every week, but he's been all over the place.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks kind of lower than you would hope, but still, who else are you going to play other than Kittle?
I know. I have Hurst, but he's doubtful and broken right now. So
still,
but yeah, I mean it was a good backup and a good bye week candidate.
Oh, for sure. And playing against Tampa Bay, I think he scores some serious points. On Dale's side, Dak is up and down. We'll see how good he is this week. He's about worth like 17 points. James Conner and Dalvin Cook could be great. CeeDee Lamb has come back. So I think that you guys both it's the battle of Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs versus Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb.
We got that.
The shirts. Right?
It's the quarterback receiver matchup.
It's perfect. And they're both hot right now. Adam Thielen would be great to see score some points. They have you projected by almost nothing. And so I like your chances in this one. And I think that you will wish upon a star and end up getting this in your favor. and maybe clinch that 6th spot. And
it'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a little podcast luck, you'll get in there.
There we go. I don't how do you know how everyone's done after their podcast?
Ooh, we should. I do not know. I bet that I'll put it in the Discord after this. I'll write a note because that would be fun to see if there's a podcast bump if you win. And
or is there a podcast curse? I don't know.
I mean, maybe there's a reason why I've lost every week. Is
because you're the one.
I've always had the curse, and other people only borrowed it for a week. But the next one, tell me a story about the closest match. This is the one to watch. So for me, it is Scudamore versus Rosinski. Right now, you have Josh Jacobs with 10 points so far right now in the match, and he does not have a defense in. It's going to be Trash Panda defense, so I don't think it makes a difference. It's going to be 3 points. So they have him up by maybe 112 to 109. And I think that this one is going to be a shootout because Goff is playing the Vikings. Burrow is against him. McCaffrey can be good. Right now, it looks like Josh Jacobs is just going to do it again. But you tell me, who do you think wins in this one?
The matchup. Well, I'm cheering for Rizzo because that's the only thing that can happen that helps me. So
that's true.
100%. I'm a big believer. You just you cheer for what helps you only.
Yeah, and I mean Singletary can have a good game. He has in the past. Hawkinson seems to be.
You are right though. The numbers are looking in his favor, especially with MTD. But sometimes defense can push you the other way. So maybe it's a solid play.
Right now, I think it's very hard to pick up a defense on the waiver wire that'll get you more than 4 points. Like you can pick up a defense that'll get you around that, but it's very hard to pick up the Browns and get 30 points.
Should we pick up every defense that's available right now? So he just can't put a defense.
So
on?
He has to put Green Bay back in. Yeah. I mean, I'm not willing to. I should be willing.
Just kidding. I need him to win. We need him to go. Yeah, I'll put my defense on the block so he can win. But yeah, I mean, that's really funny, there are some defenses up there. I mean, how solid you feel in them. That's one of those things. Those defense can just if your defense goes negative.
Oh, it's the worst. It's pretty much I would say if you get -3, that's an 11-point swing. Your defense should get hopefully 7 or 8 points. That's a pretty good defense. It's not out of the question to get 7 or 8 points.
Why hasn't he picked up the Buccaneers? They're available. Yeah, you have to claim them off of waivers, but still.
I mean, he's still got a few days. It's only Thursday.
So if anyone's watching right now, pick up the Buccaneers before he can.
We'll make sure that this comes out tonight. But Scudamore on the other side, I mean, I think that Elliott and McCaffrey are two people that can be very polar, where it's either they do great or they don't do very well at all.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I think you're right. That Rosinski ends up taking a win. Scudamore, I hope for the guy, but at the same time, that is a chance that you get in, and I hope for the best. Who's the other person that you need to lose?
Dan.
Let's look at his.
Chris. That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a fun matchup too. It's Chris and Dan, I believe, if I remember correctly.
It is.
And
right now,
Chris's team is hot right now. So
also, Chris has 2 people playing right now. Cam Akers, I'm sure because of buys. Because who would play Cam Akers if they didn't have to? But he doesn't. Oh yeah, because Jonathan Taylor's on buy. And then he also has Mac Hollins playing as a wide receiver right now because his boy Terry and Sutton are both out. I mean, his team is just a buy team right now. He's
Oh.
lucky.
Oh yeah, I remember he posted about that. I
Right.
don't remember. Oh my god, his team is so it's all on by.
Yeah, I mean, at least he has Hurts. I don't
A lot
think
of
Michael
he still has
Carter
got a
will
lot
do
of
a ton.
he still's got a lot of Q's on his name on his
Yes, he does. I don't
Barclays
think he wins this
question.
one.
Man, that's just disappointing. Damn it, Chris.
I know, but they have him projected to by 6 points, which is nothing.
Yeah.
I think that Dan pulls away with it because I think Kirk Cousins puts up some pretty good points. The one that could hurt Dan the most is Fournette putting up almost nothing, because that is something that he can do. Like
Yeah, possible. Yeah.
he can put up
Then
10, 4 points, something like that, and that dud could put him under. But I think if he has a couple of good showings from Everett, from Fournette, from Cousins, and then like Zay Jones, Evans just kind of do what they've been doing, I think he ends up getting out there and taking
yeah,
the win.
unfortunately, I think you're right.
Yeah. He is
No matter
also he
he's
has
got
more people on bye
a
than Chris
buy
does.
and he's got more Q's next to names right now. So I don't
The
know.
bye match.
This is the buy, yeah, buy bet.
Bipocalypse.
Mhm.
What about John and Josh Crawley?
That one matters. I mean, it because let's look at that matchup.
No, like all it could do is seat John lower.
Yeah, no, I know.
So that
I'm
he
just saying,
would
like, it
probably
matters in
have
that.
to play Josh Crawley again.
Yeah, back to
Like
back.
this
Oh,
might
that's
be a
always
matchup
the
that would
worst.
make it so. Well, actually, he wouldn't. He would have to
I
play
don't think he would.
Chris in the first
Yeah.
round because Josh would have a bye, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah, just as a buy.
Wait, it's not just one bye though. Is it
It's
two
only
buys?
it's just one. I don't know unless the playoff bracket. Let's look at the bracket.
Yeah, because we have 6 teams that make it. How can you only have one team on bye?
You have two. First and second are
First
bye.
and second both get a bye.
Yep.
So that would mean that does that bracket say that it should be Chris and Josh Crawley?
The bracket. Oh wait, playoff bracket. So playoff bracket, it says Chris and Crowley right now.
So what you're telling me is that if Chris Strife loses to Dan Charlesworth,
yep,
he ends up getting third, most likely.
Yeah, because that
maybe even fourth.
Who's well, because then Dan would go up to 9-4, which is the same. Is Dan outscore him currently?
I have
for total points.
Total points, he does not, but it's only by like 13.
Oof.
And so
a
so 13
Dan needs to
could happen.
Yeah, he needs to outscore him, Chris.
All I'm thinking,
more than
the only thing that hurts us here, and let's see, 1464. How many points do you have? No, this still works. So is that right? Wait. How many wins does John have right now? 8?
8-4. So it's
So
8. There's a whole bunch of 8-4s. I could scoop in. The John's the only one that can't like push out. Yeah, I could get 5th.
You could get 5th on points.
I could get 4th on points. No,
because
5th.
You would wouldn't be enough wins for you. But I think there is a world that you get 5th, John gets 4th, or sorry, John gets 6th, Chris gets 4th. No, 3rd.
Yeah, that
Chris gets 3rd, and we have a first.
Dan.
We get a first round Strife Bowl for the playoffs.
Oh,
there is a world that happens.
Yep, right away.
That'd be pretty fun. My math could absolutely be off on that, but
I mean, it's a good dream.
It's a good dream. What I think is not going to end up like what these points say at all is Gritty on Yo Mama's TDs and the San Francisco Zeros. That is the Tim battle, and I believe that this is. Ooh, I have not looked at what the Tim battle looks like right now because this is their second time playing each other. And we had a round robin, but right now,
Bastion is looking currently to just blow Anderson out of the water.
and I don't think Anderson even gets what he's projected. So I think it's going to be like a 40-point blowout. I think that in the playoffs, in the toilet bowl, Cookie ends up getting like 9th in the end. I think that he's got a good enough team that he'll stay in the top half of the bottom. But I don't think that this game gives him much hope for the future.
No. The problem with the bottom bracket too is, like you said earlier, that you can win one, and if you lose out, though, you're still stuck back at the bottom. So
he's gonna be in, because you get seeded top, middle, bottom of the bottom. So if you're in the top, if you're at 7 or 8, you have to lose 3 times to get last. I think it is. Yeah, I think that's right. And so you'd have to lose out. And so at least would give him a better chance. And I think right now how it stands, well, if he loses this week, and I think we're all going to lose again, he would have to lose twice, and it would have to be the second and third or lose out. But I don't think he does that. I think he ends up winning a couple of times in the toilet bowl, which would be fun. He deserves not to get last because first, maybe first to worst sounds pretty good. But
I'm fine with it because he kicked me out of another championship. I thought last year was going to be another championship year for me.
Is that right?
Yeah. The only person that could have outscored me last year was Tim Anderson, and he played me the week that he could outscore me.
It was first, second.
No, like I think I played him first week of playoffs or something.
Right, but like you guys had the first and second highest points out of the 4.
No, like you know, if you just look at like who else played that week.
Yeah.
I played Tim, and he was the only one that could have beat me that week.
Right.
In total points, and that we were matched up that week.
Gross.
So I had the second highest point scored that week.
And he had the first highest of someone that could have
and then the following week. So if I had played him in a different setup, if I had played somebody else, I would have won. And then if I had played him the following week in the championship week, my team outscored I think I had the highest scoring, highest score for that week. So
wow.
It was like,
that sucks.
I mean, it is what it is. Last year was a good year for me. I walked out of with like $600 or $700. So
third,
or maybe it was 4 or 5. I don't remember. Yeah, I won more money than I put in. So
that's always
because I got
third.
Yeah, and then
you got third with a bye because you were first overall at the end of last season.
Yeah, that's what I was talking. Yeah, so I think I played him the first week out of bye. He beat me, and
so you got a bye. Then he beat you. Then in my the constellation, you would have beat him.
I would have beat him. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. But
and last year he crawled in at 5th, and so he won 3 in a row.
Well, that's what makes playoffs fun.
That is. So I think this one's almost self-explanatory, just because I don't think anyone is rooting against Tim Bestian to lose a game the rest of the season. I think that he's the one to beat personally. But
is Tim scary every week for sure.
Yeah.
It's he just certain players haven't played currently or recently, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's really it's kind of unbelievable that he has 5 losses.
I could not agree more. I think that looking at like DeAndre Swift was gone for a while. Kenneth Walker wasn't even a person that wasn't a household name at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And he has like Olave, which was a gamble. He has a lot of people that it took probably a few weeks just to get through or had a bad week in the middle. And yeah, he's persevered. He's done great. So we have done all of them other than I think me.
You.
And of course, it has to be me and Luke Leibovich. Luke put up great points last week. I think that he could again this week. He has his AJ Brown. He has Mark Andrews. He has Tyler Lockett, who I think Tyler Lockett has scored a touchdown in 8 straight weeks. No, 5 straight weeks. Sorry. But he has 7 in the last 8 weeks. And so I think that he could put something together. And
let's just have, I think Geno Smith is gonna just blow everyone out of the water.
well, one nice thing is
score
also
30
Geno
points.
Smith. If Lockett has a good game, Geno has a good game.
Yeah,
Yep.
true.
Also, if Herbert has a good game, most likely Eckler has a good game. So we have a lot of tied pieces together. Keenan Allen is in that boat as well. So I think that if we have certain pieces where if they're good, we both persevere. So this could be a high scoring game between us. I of course am gonna give myself the up in this one. I do think Eckler goes off. Keenan Allen is back to form. DJ Moore scores probably 0 points. But Murray's look good. Gino will go off. And right now, as of right now, the Raiders have 11 points. And
I know. I see that. Go Raiders, I guess, right?
Go Raiders. It's
but
almost
it'd be
halftime,
cool.
and the Rams can't do anything.
It'd be cool to see Baker come out and like do something. I like Baker. I don't know what about him.
I do too.
It's just something about him. He just seems like a nice guy. Like,
I'm for him. Like, I hope that it's not the end of his career right now, that he's not a perennial. I mean, good for him if he's a perennial backup, because he'll just make $3 million for 10 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. But I would love to see him do something more than that, because I think that I think he has an attitude problem and is not very coachable probably. But if he can get through that, which is tough, I think that he has a ton of talent.
Yeah, talent and right system, right place, all that jazz. Heard it 100 times with other people.
McVay could turn him around if anyone's going to do it. That's it.
Yeah.
The roster recap for this week is almost nothing. I think December 7th, the highest paid person was $7.
$7 make me holla.
$7 make me holler.
Not a whole lot of going
nothing.
On. Yeah.
And so what a weird week compared to like last week where it was quadruple that. Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now. I'm sorry, Cam Akers for $21. I missed that one. So that is enough, and he is playing right now. He overspent by go ahead.
Has he got any more? Let's go back and look at that one.
That's Chris's team.
Point. He went backwards. He fumbled the ball.
Oh no. Is that right?
26 yards and a fumble.
Ouch. Yeah, he doesn't quite have a point yet at halftime.
He had a point, and then he didn't have a
point. He overspent by only $9 because Don't Hassle the Hoff tried to get him as well.
Did he trying to cock block his purchase? Probably. Just put him on the pine.
If you have not seen, OBJ is a waiver wire because of Tim Bastian, who picked up J.K. Dobbs. Also, I remember you guys talking shit about my team when you guys were doing the champions for one player, Isaiah Spiller. Is that right? I wish I even knew who he was. Isaiah Spiller is the backup. I was handcuffing Austin Eckler, but anyways,
I digress.
Exactly. So yeah, for now, like that's pretty much what we go over in this podcast. It's pretty cut and dry. We have kids on it all the time. And for this week, like this is the last week. And I think one of the best things that we did in this one is show what could happen and the cool things that'll happen next week. And it starts tonight.
The money starts flying after this.
Oh my God. Isn't that true though? Like it is, I mean, I won't see any of it, but who's gonna get first and second? Because do we pay out 2 spots still for
maybe it's
for the
no,
season?
I think it's just first.
I think it's first and second on the season. But I think if you get maybe you're right. First place gets their money back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a little bit. Yeah, something like that.
It's either second gets their money back and like first gets $400, or first gets their money back and then all the money's saved for afterwards. But good luck to, I mean, Tim Bestian could take second still if Chris loses, which we're hoping for, because then we could have the Strife Bowl that we all want.
Yeah.
Other than that, we always do a side bet. What would you like your side bet to be this week?
Side bet. Oof.
So usually there's a couple of different ways that we do it. Sometimes we do the DraftKings. Sometimes we do call your shot, which is like calling a team, calling a type of player, like who's going to have the highest starting running back, wide receiver, tight end, whatever you'd want it to be. The other one,
I got it already. I got it.
What is it?
Who's gonna have the highest kicker score this week?
Okay, I love it.
The kicker.
I love it. And you're talking about points, because this season we already did longest kick by a starting kicker. You are talking points. Who will score the most points as a starting kicker. I freaking love it. That is going in. I'm putting it in Discord right now. But yeah, the only other thing that we have is if you'd like to do a sign off.
I don't know. I don't think I have any. Get rich or die trying, as the good old 50 Cent.
That is it.
Spoke it. You know.
Get rich or die trying, and don't forget
to
bring your bag of wine. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Did you go and buy it?
Oh no, I found it.
Oh yeah,
I found it at my house. I don't know how old it is. It's very bad.
Always makes it always better.
Oh well, Roberto, I can't thank you enough.
No, thank you.
I hope that your kicker does the best.
I hope so too. I mean, I got Mr. Tucker, so we got.
You do really have probably the best kicker. I have the Vikings Joseph, so I'm probably not in the runnings, but I haven't missed one yet. So
that's why I put the bet on. I'm betting on my own kicker basically. Because...
I love it. Hey, if you have the chance to try it, why not? Bastion won. Perfect. I will bid you adieu. You have fun with all of your paper laptops. And
we got some paper laptops here.
I'll talk to you probably like either tonight or tomorrow night. I might be on COD a little bit later.
Yeah. Kill those noobs.
Talk to you later, buddy.
Yeah.
Bye.